Football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oakland Raiders and the Baltimore Ravens. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson firing quickly here, and that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff here to his running back. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw is Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. I got you, son.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the Return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll drop the throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for an Oakland 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll look to throw. He's got Smith here. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
Complete to number 17. A gain of 13 yards. And the Raiders 1st down.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a lot of daylight. Not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching the football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So 2nd catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Rotate, spell. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Shift, watch the shift.
Slam, slam.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Banjo, 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 banjo.
Right here, guys. Mike 51, Mike 51.
Jump. Me and you all day.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson going for Hurd on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big pickup of 38. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. And they go jet sweep with the former running back Hurd. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll bring up a second and goal.
At the Raiders' 11-yard line.
Ready. Fantastic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Go.
Go, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now it's Jackson. Give him 9 on the play, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll come out in the pistol. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Crunch, crunch, crunch. Rush in, rush in, rush in. Watch the safety creep. Check 49, check 49.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. Okay, so you just took the big loss. Now what are you doing on 4th down?
Well, we have a change of plans now is what we have, because I think they were looking at the play sheet, trying to dial something up to go for it on 4th down. But after that loss, that goes right out the window. Now you have to kick the field goal and hope to come back down the next time and score.
And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the miss. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
You got tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Shot it.
They'll look to throw here. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
58, boy, 58, Mike.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raider 1st down.
1st down, Raiders.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
I got you, boy. Shoot. 56 to Mike.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Hey, get in the weight room. Hey, 22, jet, cover. He's 22. Jet, cover. Stretch. Yo. Mark 50. Watch the slants.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Alert flare. Watch the twist.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. This is caught. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Dent fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he'll bring this all the way up to the 45-yard line.
We'll give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We sort of suspected that the elements might wreak havoc on both of these offenses, and that's been the case. No points on either side as this drive begins with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Wilson's got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. 2nd and 5. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jackson. His throw caught at about the 5. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
At the 4-yard line.
They they come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson will throw again. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Tack McKinley has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Seibert's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We got this.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Check it back. Check it back.
Back to throw here. This ball caught by his tight end, Wilson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he'll give it here to his running back. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
first down. It's Morrison. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. Yeah, 6 yards. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. That's it. Mike's 54. Mike Hill. Quit talking about it and bring it. Under 10. Under 10. 10. Check 9. Mike's 5-4.
Now it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Jackson from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A very solid gain of 27.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Check 99.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Check 31, check 31. Mike 51.
Watch the slant, watch the slant.
51 to Mike.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Check 3, check 3.
Jackson throwing again. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked.
Well, no, it takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Get off the field, D. 51 to Mike. Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
51's a Mike, 51's a Mike.
All right. Here we go. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. Tack McKinley in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
It's 4th down.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Austin Seibert on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the lead.
Normally, when you have 0 on your side.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Vincent Smith, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. The rain making this treacherous, but the extra point is good, and with it, it'll give them the lead. Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Maurice Hurst never giving up. He works his way to the QB for a loss of 12. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
Hey, switch gears. Mike 51. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. Switch.
Jackson now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Clelin Ferrell providing a little deja vu. Back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. They're going to look to throw. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give right side. It's Morrison, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Check, check. Lucky. Undercross.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Come on. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Check pass.
SOS.
No. Off.
Hatchet.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Jackson now, perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 2nd down, it's Morrison. Room here to run. 20. There he goes, right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
Mike 51. Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check 3. Go. Turn up. Kill. Check. Go. Check.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll get into the end zone. So that pushes the lead up to 4. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one taken from the 7. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, 5, and he's going to take it all the way into the end zone. What a return, and they've taken the lead.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Jackson now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Go back. We got motion. We got motion. Back up. Back up. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. Courage. Kill. 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 Kill.
Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here we go. Here we go. 18 Gator. 18 Gator. Go. Let's go. Come across. That's what I do. Hey, Mike, 51. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. All right, here we go. 51, Mike. Mike, 51. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Now Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morrison. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 48-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Check 24. Check 24. It's free. Henry. Go. Oh, sir. Let's go. 51. Mike, 51. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Go. Tighten up. Check 50. Check 50. Check it up.
He'll look to throw. Catch is made by Hurd. 50 catches for him now on the year. He's got a 1st down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10, and he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far.
51 to Mike. 51 Badger. You remember me. Let's go, baby. 51's the Mike. 51's the Mike. Switch. Go, Mike 51. Mike 51. Hey, it's hard. Hey, let's go. Let's come across. I don't even know why this team. Hustle. Mike 51.
Jackson to throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
A 51-yard attempt.
And it's no good, just short. He gave it a good run, but maybe a foot or two short of the crossbar.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 40-yard line.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Raiders, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Carolina.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let